Top Dog from TDE tweeted out something that I think officially confirmed that the battle between Drake and Kendrick Lamar is over for now. And I say for now because what has happened when it comes to Drake battles after they're done? Drake still sends subliminals. The other person ends up catching the subliminals and responds. It's been happening with Drake and Pusha T. It's been happening with Drake and Kanye. I think Drake and Meek are cool now, obviously, so that kind of ended. But that even happened as a little bit of the time went on. So let's go over what Top Dog from TDE posted. He said this on Twitter. This battle is over. A win for the culture. While keeping it all on wax, meaning all on diss tracks, not in the streets. Especially when these publications try to make it something else. We proved them wrong. That's a victory within itself. On another note, it's time to wrap up this TDE 20-year anniversary compilation. That sounds like it's going to be fire. But when he tweeted this, everybody covered it. Kendrick is no longer signed to TDE. So I don't know how much weight this holds, even though Kendrick said he's still cool with Top in one of the diss tracks. But the crazy thing in this whole thing is, right, Kendrick hasn't said a single word. Think about that. Nothing. The only thing he's done is release diss tracks. That's it. Nothing outside of anything at all, period. He hasn't said anything. That's how you handle a battle. You don't go on social media, play games, because it backfires. And it's backfired with Drake so many times. Just drop your tracks, let the public decide what they think they like more, and that's it. And move on. Look at Kendrick's Twitter page. It's literally just the diss tracks with the YouTube link. That's it. There's nothing on there. There's no likes. There's no tweets. There's no Instagram posts. There's nothing. So it's funny because, the reason why I say this is because Top, is basically speaking for Kendrick. And a lot of people have been speaking for Kendrick. But Kendrick hasn't said a single word. And that's what we got to remember. Kendrick hasn't said, out of his own mouth, anything. So we gotta take things with a grain of salt. We don't know what Kendrick's thinking and how deep he's invested into continuing possibly this battle still. Because we're hearing stories of Euphoria. We'll talk about this a little bit later. Euphoria being 19 minutes long and him having more diss tracks. But following that, Drake, when this got posted, obviously every social media when Top's saying the battle's over, every social media picked it up. But academics said, Drake still got something. So people were like, okay, we'll see. Because the way kind of Drake ended it, a lot of people felt like he was waving the white flag. So Drake then on Instagram, as he normally does on his stories, posted a photo of a Japanese samurai facing a bunch of people. Basically his 20v1 thing, that he talks about. And up top of the photo, he says, "Good times, summer vibes up next." Well, people were like, okay, some people were interpreting this completely wrong. They were saying, oh, he's ready to give, in the summer, he's going to give more diss tracks. I took it as, hey, what we went through with this battle, good times, man. It was really cool, fun. I'm on my summer vibes, meaning I don't know what he means. Maybe he means, hey, I'm going to be making club hit records and I don't really give a fuck about this battle anymore. You can have it. Or he's probably just going to chill for the summer, go to Turks and Caicos like he normally does and just goes and relax. I think he should go and relax. Just take a kind of hiatus from music. I've said this since Certified Lover Boy. I said it, and originally I was like, you know what, he should have took a break during Scorpion, but the success of that, it was just astronomical. For him to take a break after that would have just been, I don't think even the label would have accepted it, but got that out, done. Certified Lover Boy came out. I felt like it didn't get really the public response like all of his other albums did. I felt like it missed short. I just didn't really like it that much of an album. It's all right. It's not like a bad album, but it's not like a super great album. It's a good, meaning a 6, 7. I forgot what I ranked it on my Drake album rankings. But I felt like, hey, after that, take a break, man. Take a 2-3 year hiatus, and refocus, recalculate. And I think now especially you should do that. But other people are saying, you know what, you should just continue releasing music. Just go back to making your hits. He can do that too, man. Because if he takes a hiatus, people are going to be like, oh, look, Kendrick made him retire. He's not doing nothing. If he drops again, people are going to be like, oh, look, he's ignoring Kendrick. So there's no win for Drake in this situation. And I noticed that a lot with this battle. It seemed like a lot of people were just wanting Drake to fail completely and wanting, kind of the downfall, which I can understand because a lot of people are like, we're tired of seeing this guy win. At a certain point, people are just like, we're tired of hearing from this guy. We're tired of hearing new music from him every year. He just keeps dropping hit after hit. For me personally, I felt like he fell off a long time ago, just musically, like album wise. I haven't really gone back to For All the Dogs. I haven't listened to Certified Lover Boy. Her Loss, I haven't listened to. I have gone back to Scorpion. I haven't listened to Views. I'm not really a fan of Views at all, but I've listened to like Thank Me Later, Take Care, Nothing Was the Same. If you're reading this, it's too late. Like those projects and Scorpion. Mainly the rapping part of Scorpion. The singing part, it's all right. But yeah, I honestly, Nevermind was just a horrible, horrible album. It has like one good song on it. So, I think he should take a hiatus, man. Take a little break. Ultimately, man, what I want to say, if this battle is officially over in terms of like actual diss tracks, full diss tracks, because I know Drake is going to send subliminals on the next album, whatever album he releases. It's going to be like Jay-Z's Blueprint 2, where Jay-Z was sending subliminals to Nas. He's going to do the same thing. He's going to say like, oh, you Mr. Worldwide Stepper, blah, blah, blah. He's going to throw some subliminals. It's going to be hilarious. And, will Kendrick entertain those subliminals or will he just keep it pushing? I think Kendrick shouldn't entertain them. Just keep it pushing, man. You did your thing. You came out on top in terms of the public perception. Now, other people's opinions are other people's opinions. Public-wise, public perception-wise, Kendrick won. That's just the reality of the situation. Regardless of what people feel, when you get a number one record that breaks literally every single hip-hop record ever on Spotify history and streaming, you did something. And it was a diss track of all that. We've never had a diss track debut at number one ever in the history of hip-hop ever. So you got to think he did something here. He broke records. If this was flipped around, people would be saying the same thing about Drake, and I would be too. I'd be saying, damn, Drake cooked him, blah, blah, blah. He got this hit record again. So Kendrick won in terms of public perception. In terms of people's personal opinions, it is what it is. Everybody can feel a certain way. I know some people say Family Matters is a better track. I know some people say, hey, I like Not Like Us. I like Euphoria better. I like Meet the Grams better. I like Drake's Push-Ups better. So who knows? That's just everybody else's opinion, what they want to talk about. But all I know is I salute both of them. Huge respect to both of you. I, do the military salute there. I appreciate both of them for engaging in this battle, for sparring, regardless of whatever people think of these artists. The fact that they did this, they gave us a historic hip-hop moment that will go down in history. Think about the next time we're ever going to get two of the biggest going at it again. Will it be another 20 years? Think about that, because Jay-Z and Nas was the last time we got two of the biggest going at it. That was in 2001, 2024. 23 years later, we got something like that. So you got to show respect to both artists, regardless of how you feel of who won and whatever. The fact that they sparred, they gave us these classic moments that I'll never forget for as long as I live. So salute to both of them, man. They created great moments. I'm glad they both went at it. Yeah, I think it's over pretty much right now. That's how I'm viewing it. I would be surprised. Kendrick's not going to drop another diss because Kendrick has a hit record right now and Not Like Us. He shoots a video for it. If he shoots a video for it, it might entice Drake to drop another diss because he's going to be like, damn, you added more salt to these wounds and, you're doubling down on the track and all this stuff. But, I mean, it's a hit record, so I would shoot a video to it, treat it like a single. It's a number one record, so, and it's breaking all these streaming records, so I would treat it as a single, man. Maybe do it as your album rollout at that point. I wouldn't mind it. That I wouldn't call corny because had Kendrick started like that, right? Let's just say the first diss track, Euphoria, he drops it, announces his album. Then I would have been like, okay, you're using this battle as an album rollout. Now, at least in my eyes and the public's eyes, Kendrick won. Why not run with that as the first single off the album and drop a new album? Because it's going to be interesting to see how Kendrick performs after this. Like what album success-wise. Because a lot of people I'm noticing on social media and Billboard, when I talked about this on the last episode, Kendrick's back catalog is jumping in streams. Like there was a report that came out that Kendrick Lamar's Money Trees, yes, Money Trees, old-ass song that never charted, is going on the Hot 100. The next following week, it's charting up because people are streaming it so much. And that's probably because of Drake. That is the Drake effect. I will give that to Drake because Drake mentioned Money Trees. I think on Family Matters, or it might be on the Heart Part 6. I don't know. Whatever. He mentioned that song. So that's the Drake effect. The back catalog. Drake fans. I basically say it's the Drake effect because the Drake fans, the stans. This is how I view a lot of Drake fans, by the way. I'm not saying all of them are like this, but they just listen to Drake. They don't really listen to anything outside of Drake. So now that Kendrick's been introduced to like this Drake fan base, they're probably going to check out Kendrick's music and be like, wow, this is actually pretty good. Wow, I actually like this guy. So I don't know. But that just shows the stream bumping. That's the Drake effect. So regardless, man, salute to both these guys. They gave us historical moments that I'll never forget. Like I said, regardless of what side you're on, show love and respect. Salute to them. So it seems like it's over for now, but we'll keep our eyes posted. I'm sure subliminally it's not over at least. So